I learned real fast that adults can destroy a kid's world and call it parenting. I was 16 when my mom brought home a guy she met online, and suddenly my life turned into a bad reality show I never auditioned for. He moved in like he owned the place, and within weeks decided everything I loved was garbage. My skateboard, the half-pipe I built with my own hands, my BMX, my hockey gear. He loaded it all into his truck and dumped it like evidence from a crime scene. He said a real man needed space, not a kid's junk. My mom saw it happen and said nothing. That silence taught me more than any school ever did. A month later, he went after my comic books and my PS2, told me guys my age should be drinking beer and playing football instead of being a nerd. Lunch money disappeared next because he convinced her I'd wasted on stupid stuff. One day, I took $3 from his change jar just to eat at school, and he actually called the cops on me, like I was a criminal mastermind instead of a hungry kid. After they left, things got worse, and the next morning my face had stories I was ordered not to tell. They talked about military school, about how I was already a lost cause, even though I had a 3.9 GPA before he showed up. I ran away, got picked up weeks later, and between that and the charge, I landed in juvie. When I got out, he didn't touch me anymore because I'd learned how to fight, but the house never felt like home again. I left the second I turned 18 and didn't look back for years. Then my mom called. Terminal cancer, divorce papers, and an apology that came too late. She told me he'd have 45 days after her death to collect his things, and that's when the idea hit me like a light turning on in a dark room. After she passed, I walked into that house first and saw his life stacked in boxes. I didn't yell, didn't break anything. I just calmly turned his treasures into cash, the same way he'd turned my childhood into trash. When he found out, he lost control in a grocery store parking lot and ended up in handcuffs. Now he rings up groceries for a living, and every time I stand in his line, I'm reminded that karma doesn't rush. It just shows up right on time.